even as much as I tweeted the other day that I might shed a tear after LeBron lost. I didn't. I didn't. But it's funny. Even during the game, we were watching the game with Scott, and in the first quarter, he's like, "I'm just ready for this game to be over." We all knew it was over. We all knew that this was the point in time when the Cleveland Cavaliers come to an end. So it is what it is. But No. And I take that side with not even in a sense of sarcasm, but it's fine. But I take that side from the standpoint of, I don't know, man. I just really didn't want to see Bron go out like that.
Likewise.
But I also been saying, that this team wasn't that good, and I'm not about to scream, I'm not about to yell. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't. It literally does not matter. This season is over. What we have to look forward to now is the draft and the NBA award show and next season. And honestly, I'm glad this marathon is over. And I feel like LeBron James right now. I got a bunch of. I'm serious. I feel like LeBron James. Night in, night out. Late night hours editing in the gym, putting up shots, shooting videos, making sure MLG get the clips on time so that way we can get them posted. The Game 4 finals preview for Game 4, he didn't even post because I didn't get that to him in the right time with the right thumbnail. So it's like I got to be on.
Yeah. You have a bad 24/7. Like
if I have a bad game and I misspell a title in the video, guess what? I'm gonna notice it. People gonna notice it. People gonna see it. So, I'm not comparing my strife to LeBron's strife, of course. LeBron is a billionaire. I'm not. Shout out to LeBron.
Still, it's a team effort.
But the point is, it's a team effort.
Team game.
It's a team game.
Like, if you LeBron,
and it doesn't take away from how exhausting and grueling it is, which is why, like I said in the last episode, when I was so animated, and even Scott was like, yo, you mad as hell in this episode. And I was so mad because it's just like, I saw what it was. It was him out there by himself. If Bron don't have 40, 10, and 10, they lose. They lose. So, yeah, I get it. You like the team. George Hill cool. George Hill solid. George Hill whatever. Jetty gonna check Clay. Larry Nance gonna be the guy you're gonna be watching when you watch the Cavs next year when Bron and Kevin Love might be gone. But I saw that man out there by himself. And like I said on the last episode, sometimes you just got to realize that you overmatched. And in this point in time, LeBron was overmatched. And you can say what you want about Kyrie. And like I said, regardless of what you say after this statement, I'm not going to get mad because I just don't care anymore. The season's over. Kyrie was irreplaceable. You can't replace what that guy can give you. Even if that guy can give you one game. One game when he hits 7 3-pointers and gives you 40 plus. Even if he gives you that one game. There's nobody on the Cavs anymore that can give you that one game with 7 3-pointers and 40 plus. And that's where the problem lies. And although we can say what we want about Bron, and I want Bron to wind up in LA, and I know you about to go on a diatribe, but I don't care because I'm not trying to get animated because it doesn't matter. They lost. And I thought they had an inferior team throughout the entire playoffs. But you know what the one constant through all that was? It was LeBron James. Night in, night out, 24/7, 365. Hide the kids, tuck away the animals. It's a reaper on the loose. The same way I said about Kevin Durant. But the problem is, when you the Grim Reaper and you happen to go up against the devil, Hades, Jesus Christ himself in terms of Clay, and then you also got to deal with the dirtiest god of them all, Draymond. Draymond ain't even got no mythological god character. He just Draymond.
Dante, he done went in here.
Exactly.
He done seen all 7
exactly. Draymond is Dante.
He came out and wrote Dante's Inferno.
So when you face Dante, Hades, the devil, and Zeus himself, and you just Hercules, sometimes you got to take your L. And Bron 3-6, I don't want to hear no more MJ comparisons. I don't want to hear no more Kobe comparisons, period. Because as I've said many a times, even if LeBron is 6-3 at this point in time, I still feel like it was 3 that he left out there. And I'm not angry at him. I'm not upset. I get it, he faced better teams. But like I told you at the beginning of this playoffs, when I picked LeBron and them to lose to the Cavaliers, LeBron habitually loses to the best team, to the better team. This year, you said it was his best year. He came out, he balled. This was his best playoff performance in terms of as a through line for his career. But I'm not going to say it was his best year because I saw his team get wiped off the floor. And like I was animated in the last game, and in the last episode, and I told you that they got taken to the back and slaughtered like animals. They got taken to the back and they got slaughtered like animals.
In this game, yeah.
No, but it's not just this game. Yes, the other games were close. But as history reads it, when it's some 20-year-old young bucks that we 47, 48, looking at YouTube or whatever platform is the biggest platform 20 years from now, being like, man, y'all don't even get to see LeBron. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. The same way you said, the same way you and I both said, yeah, most of y'all born after 2000, you don't get it. Those people will not be able to truly understand the scope at which what we have watched.
I feel you, but
I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts because I know you gonna have your thoughts, but I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts of just saying I appreciate the time that I got to see LeBron James in Cleveland. Even looking back upon it in the Eastern Conference, had LeBron James not been as great as he was, the Warriors probably would have won 4 straight, and even without Kevin Durant. If like you said and previously, if LeBron James don't exist, the Warriors win 4 straight because nobody saw Steph Curry coming.
Nah, bro.
But it's not even. But this is the thing. But we don't understand the landscape of things.
Yeah.
You, Scott, and I had a drag out argument today about whether the Spurs were a dynasty. Yeah. I believe they were. You guys think they weren't. Yeah.
Fair.
So if Steph Curry don't exist, the Spurs might have been even more of what I thought was a dynasty.
Fair.
And the Warriors might not exist, but we don't know what happens if LeBron doesn't exist. So, with that being said, I know I slandered LeBron. I know I wanted LeBron to lose all season. I said this was an end of an era, and I meant it. Before the playoffs, this was the end of his era. He was already number 9 on my list. All he did this year with getting to this championship was move himself into that potentially top 6 to 9 territory. And before he was at number 9 to me, regardless of what anybody else thinks, he was at that number 9 territory for me. Now he's moved up to a solid like 6. I got to figure out who I'm going to swap out for LeBron. Regardless of what anybody else thinks. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, to LeBron himself. I'm just saying that's just where I put it. And before the season, I didn't have him in that spot. But this playoff run has been amazing. But what we got to understand is that there's a new era in the NBA. And the same way Mike Breen and Doris Burke, I believe, said after the game, they called it the Kevin Durant era. Personally, I've been seeing it since 2014, 2013. Well, actually, really 2014. I kind of saw it a little bit. And then in 2015, coming out the gate, I was like, oh, the Warriors are going to win the championship this year easily. Like, I was saying it from the beginning. But although people will say this is the Kevin Durant era, it's still the Steph Curry era to me. Regardless of whether Steph won MVP or not, I wanted to see him win it. I wanted to see him win it. But LeBron, I'm proud of you. All hate aside, I can't even really gloat. I said you was going to get swept. I knew it from the start. It happened. What am I going to do? Gloat about something I already knew that was going to happen? I knew it was going to happen. So you can go ahead and you can talk. What I would love to hear from you is, what are the next steps for LeBron James in his career? Number 1, whether he stays in Cleveland or not. And number 2, how do you define LeBron's legacy at this point in time? He's 3-6. We cannot argue against the numbers. Go ahead.
I don't think him being 3-6 has such an effect on his legacy because, again, when you look at his individual, like let's say LeBron plays 5 more years, right?
Go ahead.
His numbers are still gonna be completely insane. And that matters. You can't completely discount a player's individual numbers when you're talking about a team game. It's not like it's golf. If you playing golf and a man don't win 4 Masters, and we got to talk about that. Because ain't nobody with you besides that. Ain't nobody with you besides that. That matters.
Go ahead. I'm not,
but when you talking about basketball, again, if J.R. Smith don't forget to score, maybe in different position. Now you say if LeBron don't pass the ball, okay, that's cool. But if George Hill hit the free throw, then J.R. Smith don't even do that. Okay, if in Game 3, if Rodney Hood don't forget that that's Steph Curry right there and let him hit that 3, then maybe we have
guess what? Look, LeBron arrived to his post-game interview with his right hand wrapped. He says that he let the emotions get the best of him after Game 1, and he played the last 3 games with a broken hand.
For real?
That's what LeBron says. I'm gonna play it. Play the audio.
Gee, nah, I'm hurting, G.
He arrived. Yeah.
Let me see.
Look, this is him.
Nah, G, I'm hurting, G. Nah, G,
Look,
I'm hurting,
look,
G.
look. LeBron said on his right hand injury, self-inflicted post-game after game 1, very emotional. The way we played, the calls were made. I had emotions that were taken away from us. Pretty much played the last 3 games with a broken hand. Guess what, LeBron? It don't matter. This was over before. You could have broke both your. LeBron could have broke both his legs,
Nah,
broke his
I feel
ankles.
but
It
look,
don't
but look,
matter,
but look,
bro.
but look,